Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
On second down, here's Smith. And Walker has it. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. First down, Seattle on a pickup at 13.
Someone sharp in this game. He had a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming out.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On first and 10, it's Charbonnet. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Now Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Ritter off to play fake. On the move to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenges. This series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Second and 10. Ritter now. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Been in a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception.
So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of the tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Back to throw, Smith.
He's going to get this complete here to Lockett.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
A nice run right there. And we talked this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say that this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Desmond Ridder.
A 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Geno. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing now is Geno. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, When a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
First down, here's Ritter.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first down 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Well, some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on second and long. Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The Smith's throw caught here by Metcalf.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And Charbonnet once again.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Charbonnet is going backwards here. Well, they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line.
A loss of 2.
Second down, here's Charbonnet.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Outright to Smith and Jigba. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Here we go on 4th. Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Myers connects on the PAT. And within a touchdown of 21-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Robinson up the middle.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They're going to bring back to the line now.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
55 yards rushing for him in his first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull up and take it yourself outside. If he stays outside, you got to leave him with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself. That's tough right there. He ran right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I feel like my man, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a 1st down.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Myers' kick is good. That'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. timeout set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Handoff now to Robinson.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
Fights through it and bulldozing his way through. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Option play, here's Robinson.
And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Ritter.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
At the 24-yard line.
Again, it's Charbonnet.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Ritter will set up to throw it. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, here's Smith.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And now the rookie's free.
Down the left sideline.
And finally marked down at the 42-yard line.
96 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Ritter from the gun. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Here's Ritter. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose.
Touchdown!
Kyle Pitts
From a yard out.
And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge.
Breaks through the contact.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Play action. It's Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson.
A 23-yard run.
And the Falcons continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10
right at the 30. Geno now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 2, Smith.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Geno on 1st down. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's got this down to the 35.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
And Smith, and this throw finds Smith and Jigba.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Falcons.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And running with power here.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Robinson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throw left side. There's London. Down the left sideline. Drake London.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Drake London
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing again is Smith. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not a lopsided game like this, they are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Off of play action. Here's Smith.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
To the air again, Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
That is caught. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Seahawks.
Smith going to move them around.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
On the give, here's Charbonnet.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Again, it's Charbonnet. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they'll run on 3rd down with Charbonnet.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Zach Charbonnet.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So still lots of work left to do. But here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Let's go.
And they will take a knee here. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon.